Moses, mornings. Sports Radio 1400 WKAV.
8:09, we're right here on the morning show. Yes, my name is Mark Moses. Not to be mistaken with the actor who was on the Sci-Fi Channel last night battling killer freezing tornadoes and mutated spiders. The actor Mark Moses. True story. A lot of stuff going on in the world of sports here on a Monday morning here in Central Virginia. Where do you begin? Well, I know Saturday morning on Off the Bench with Jerry Miller. I know he was like the first guy. He's the only local show on Saturday morning, okay? So he was the first guy to talk about how Debbie Ryan, in case you missed it this past weekend, is stepping down as UVA women's basketball coach. After 34 seasons and 736 career wins. Her career record at UVA, get this, 736 and 323. 24 NCAA tournaments, and she made 3 straight Final Four appearances, 90-92. Insane. Now, I've heard a lot of people say this is a long time coming. This should have happened a while ago, and she should have gone. But then you have other people say, this should never have happened. She should still be the coach because she is UVA women's basketball. And 34 years is a long time. And it's not 3 years, it's not 7 years, it's not 17 years. 34 years. UVA first-year freshmen, what are they, 18? It's a long time. A long time. You could check out WKV.com, and I'm not going to read them all right? You could just look at former players like Monica Wright, Dawn Staley, coaches from across the land chiming in on this. This is a big story. And it was weird the time Saturday morning. Most people are not paying attention to anything. And then, oh yeah, by the way, she's stepping down. And it's a weird story because, and I saw this interview online where Jay James, who's the voice of the women's team, where he said, quote, and I'll quote him, I know him, saying, he did the coaches show with her, and, she seemed positive, like, okay, we're going to go into next year. I like this team. We're going to start building for next year. We're going to be good to go. And I'm going to tell you my own experience. I was talking to her through email, saying, hey, I'd like to have you on the show, wrap up the season. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we're at the tournament. I'll get back to you. Everything good to go. So who knows when this was going on? Was this a couple weeks ago? Was this a couple months ago? Did she say at the beginning of the season, like, Jay Leno, I'm done for the year. After this year, I'm done. Who knows what was going on? But just going over the comments from Saturday, the press release. This is Athletic Director Craig Littlepage. Throughout the 36 years at the University of Virginia, Debbie Ryan has been the model for dignity, dedication, class, and courage. Very nice. No one has had a greater love for UVA, and I'm grateful for all of her contributions to our women's basketball program and our department. Now, this is a good quote, what he's about to say. In addition to her contributions to the game nationally, her impact has been felt on the international basketball scene as well. Debbie is a unique treasure to our local community and to those of us who have worked directly with her, and we have been tremendously enriched for being around her. Great quote. Here's Debbie Ryan from Saturday. And there's going to be a press conference at 3 o'clock today. We will keep you up to date later today on Inbounds with Mac McDonald. Here is Debbie Ryan's quote. I am leaving the program in excellent condition as we have great players here and great players on the way. This is through a statement released by the university. Our players are good students and exemplify the standards of excellence that we live by in our department. And here's what she says. I am not retiring per se, but I feel we have not lived up to our standards, my standards, and the expectations this past year. And I want to do what's best for our program and the university. More than anything, I love my players, both past and present. This is Debbie Ryan. And that is what I will miss the most about leaving. I will see this year's team through the upcoming WNIT if we are fortunate to be selected. She goes on. In the immediate future, I'll remain in Charlottesville and choose an area of the university that best fits my skills. The Emily Kurrick Cancer Treatment Center is of particular interest to me, but I've not settled on anything yet. Now, here's what a press release went on to say. A national search for Debbie Ryan's replacement will begin immediately. Craig Littlepage, the AD, says there's no timetable for a search, as many possible candidates are still involved in postseason play. Now, I've already heard this, okay? I don't know why, but this is a name being thrown out there. A popular name that is coming up as a potential replacement is current University of South Carolina head basketball coach and former Cavalier Dawn Staley. Do you like that? They're just throwing it out there. But really, we will not know until a lot of these tournaments are over. Look, you might not have a new coach until April. And look, she was there for 34 years. Take your time with a new coach. For some, this is a great day. For others, this is a sad day. But you have to respect what she did for the women's program at UVA. Yeah, great stuff. And like I said, 3 p.m. with the press conference later today. And then we'll keep you up to date on inbounds from 3 to 6 right here on 1400. Now, we got a tournament to talk about, as UVA has decided we're not playing in postseason play. They were not selected for the NIT, the men's team. They finished the season 16-15, their first winning season since the 07-08 season. But the last thing that you'll remember from this season is the 69-62 overtime loss in the first round game of the ACC tournament against Miami. 10-point lead with 42 seconds to go. That was my whole show Friday, was that subject. 10-point lead, 42 seconds to go. That was the whole show. 16-15, tied for 7th in that final ACC standings. And this is the killer. We talked about this last hour. You have 8 months, 7 or 8 months to think about that. The players, the coaches, the administration, everyone at UVA on grounds, fans in Charlottesville and in Virginia have to think about that was the last game Virginia played this year. Awful way to end the season. Great effort, just awful the way it ended. And it's sad that has to be the last moment you think about with this team this year. This team, I give them credit. I think they had great strides. You only one game over 500, but the way they played down the stretch, I give them credit with what they had. And it can only get better. And a lot of people on the street, word of mouth, Twitter, Facebook, me, listen to other shows, Jerry Miller, Mac McDonald, Jay James, all the different shows here in Charlottesville. Listening to what people are saying. A lot of fans are very excited for next year. The problem is it's 8 months away. You get Mike Scott back, more recruiting coming in here, new recruiting class. This is going to be an interesting team next year. We've had fans call up say, hey, this team might win 20 wins next year and compete in the ACC. Good. It's about time. You got to wait 8 or 9 months to get there, though. That's the problem. So get the DeLorean, get Doc, get Marty McFly, and get me to next December. That's the problem with this team. So that's going on. Virginia Tech basketball, boo-hoo, you didn't get in. All right? It happens, okay? So Alabama, so Boston College, so Colorado. They didn't get in either. But Virginia Tech's going to host the NIT. They're a first-round team. They're going to host a lot of games at Virginia Tech's Coliseum. They will have Bethune-Cookman Wednesday night, 8 p.m. You can hear it right here on 1400, and it's going to be on TV on ESPNU. First round of the NIT. It happens. Look, just like Virginia, that's why you play the game. Okay? That's why you play the game. You're going to get your heart broken. And here's the thing. You had chances to beat teams. You couldn't get it done during the regular season, and that's what doomed them. You beat Duke. It was the first team in top 25 you beat. Then after that, you had the games against Boston College and Clemson, and you just couldn't get it done. And you put up terrible performances in those two games and locally lost twice to Virginia. That crushed them. And I said this last week. You beat Georgia Tech in your opening round game. I said that it's not good enough. Then you had to have the officials help you to beat Florida State at the buzzer. Wasn't good enough. And then Duke showed up, and you know what happened. So not good enough. Virginia Tech ain't going. They're not going. And this tournament is wide open. I know my intern, he's getting his tickets ready to watch his Aztecs, San Diego State, get to the Sweet 16. He's excited. And I know a lot of fans, even though locally Virginia Tech did not make it, what's funny is you have Richmond, VCU and Old Dominion all making the tournament. What does that say to you about the state of basketball in the state of Virginia? Where the big boys don't make it, the smaller schools do. And give credit, VCU, great job, Shaka Smart at VCU. Lost that title game, but gets it done. And congratulations to Richmond. Beat Dayton in the A-10 championship game. Good job. Now the real fun's going to start. And Richmond, they don't have to do no play-in game either, the junior high prom to get to the real prom. No. They get in for real. When we come back, we're going to talk about that. How I think the big boys are going to take over. I know, Mark, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, it's tournament time. Time where no work's going to get done at your job. It's a great week to be in America. We'll be back 4 minutes right here on WKV.